Okay, cell biology, matching suspects to the crime scene. So your group is going to be given a set of these pieces of evidence. There are 7 in total, 7 suspects. Each one of you is going to have to measure the evidence from at least one of the suspects and record it in your group journal to share. So for each suspect, you've got a picture of a hair that's been taken from the suspect and the ruler that you use to measure the hair. And on the back, you've got 2 different pieces of cell tissue that they've been taken from the suspect from their meal. And you have to use the ruler on those pictures to measure their diameter and their circumference. So I'm going to take you through how to actually use one of these microscopic rulers to collect that evidence. So you're going to need a piece of string. First of all, you actually use the string to measure whatever you've been asked to measure. So in this case, say we've been asked to measure the width of that hair. We would actually take that, measure it and mark it, say with your fingernail there, or mark with a pen. I'm not actually going to measure that right now because I don't want to give you the answer, but I'm going to measure the width of this picture here. So if I put that piece of string down there, it comes to there, and I'm going to take it over here and I'm going to put it on the ruler to see where it comes to. Now if you read the instructions up the top here, it will tell you that between these big increments here, okay, we have 100 micrometers, and each one of these individual increments is worth 10 micrometers. So here's my string. If I start at this big increment there and put my string down, make that 0, look at where it comes to with my fingernail. If each one of these is 100 micrometers and each one of these is 10, let's figure out what it is. Well, that's 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150 micrometers wide. So from there to there is 150 micrometers. And you're going to use that technique to measure the width of your hair and the diameter and the circumference of not 1 but 3 of the cells on the back. Now the reason we asked you to do each measurement in here 3 times is each one of these cells, they're not exactly the same. So you need to randomly pick 3 different cells, doesn't matter which ones, but 3 different ones, measure their diameter and then find an average, and measure their circumference and find an average. So few rules. For diameter, always pick the longest possible length. So in this case, from here to here, and in this case from here to here, the longest one. And for circumference, you put your little string on there and you move it around and keep moving it around to get back to where you started in order to find the circumference. And then you take that and put it onto the ruler then to figure out exactly what it is on that ruler. So do that for 3 cells here, circumference and diameter, and find the average, and 3 cells here, circumference and diameter, then find the average. Then at the very end you'll be given the crime scene data to see which of your suspects matches the crime.